Hello and welcome to AWS Certified DevOps Engineer course. In this video, we are going to understand what is the DevOps mindset and how it has changed the current IT scenarios. So, in recent days, DevOps has become an overloaded buzzword that means a lot of different things to a lot of people. That's a challenge when you're trying to understand what DevOps is or define DevOps. Instead of trying to define DevOps, I'm going to describe the foundational concepts that different people associate with DevOps and the history of how the DevOps movement evolved to help you get a holistic view. So, where did DevOps came from? DevOps is the offspring of agile software development, born from need to keep up with the increased software velocity and throughout agile methods has achieved. Advancement in agile culture and methods over the last decade exposed the need for a more holistic approach to the end-to-end software delivery lifecycle. The DevOps ideals extend agile development practices by further streamlining the movement of software change through the build, validate, and deploy and delivery stages while empowering cross functional teams with full ownership of software applications from design through production support. DevOps is an IT mindset that encourages communication, collaboration, integration, and automation among software developers and IT operations in order to improve the speed and quality of delivering software. DevOps team focus on standardizing development environments and automating delivery processes to improve delivery predictability, efficiency, security, and maintainability. The DevOps ideals provide developers more control of the production environment and a better understanding of the production infrastructure. DevOps encourages empowering teams with the autonomy to build, validate, deliver, and support their own applications. With DevOps, nothing gets thrown on over the wall. So these are the things which has been kept in mind while deciding the DevOps culture. And but but there are some challenges as well which DevOps solves. That is why it's very much popular in current IT scenario. So prior to DevOps application development, teams were in charge of gathering business requirements for a software program and writing code. Then a separate QA team tests the program in an isolated development environment. If requirements were met and releases the code for operations to deploy, the development teams are further fragmented into sliced groups like networking and database. Each time a software program is thrown over the wall to an independent team, it adds bottlenecks. The problem with this paradigm is that when the teams work separately, Dave is often unaware of QA and operations roadblocks that prevent the program from working as anticipated. QA and operations are typically working across many features and have little context of the business purpose and the value of the software. Each group has opposing goals that lead to inefficiency and finger pointing when someone goes wrong. DevOps addresses these challenges by establishing collaborative cross functional teams that share responsibility for maintaining the system that runs the software and prepare the software to run on that system with increased quality feedback and automation issues. A common pre DevOps scenario is like the dev team that has a goal to ship as many features as possible kicks a new release over the wall to QA. Then the tester's goal is to find as many bugs as possible. When the testers bring the findings to dev, the developers become defensive and blame the testers that are testing the environment for the bugs. The testers respond that it isn't their testing environment but the developer's code that is the problem. Eventually, the issue gets worked out and QA kicks the debugged new release over the wall to operations. The operations team's goal is to limit changes to their system, but they apprehensively release the code and the system crashes. The finger pointing resumes. Operations says that Dave provided them faulty artifacts. Dave says everything worked fine in the test environment. The fire drill begin to debug the system and get production stable. The production environment isn't Dave's and QA's responsibility, so they keep hands off while operations spends all night fixing the production issues. So here comes what is the goal of DevOps. So improve collaboration between all stakeholders from planning through delivery and automation of the delivery processes in order to improve deployment frequency, achieve faster time to market, lower failure rate of new releases, shorten lead time between fixes, improve mean time to recovery. According to the 2015 State of DevOps report, high performing IT organizations deploy 30% more frequently with 200% shorter lead times. They have 60% fewer failures and recover 168 times faster. A common pre-DevOps scenario is as the software team meets prior to starting a new software project. The team includes developers, testers, operations, and support professionals. This team plan how to create working software that is ready for deployment. So each day, a new code is deployed as the developers complete it. Automated testing ensures the code is ready to be deployed. After the code passes all the automated testing, it is deployed to a small number of users. The new code is monitored for a short period to ensure there are no unforeseen problems and it is stable. The new code is then proliferated to the remaining users once the monitoring shows that it is stable. Many, if not all, of the steps after planning and deployment are done with no human intervention. So, where are you in the DevOps continuum? So, the DevOps continuum is a helpful way to look at the different aspects of DevOps. The bottom horizontal axis represents what people perceive DevOps to fundamentally be focused on. Some people adamantly feel that DevOps should focus on culture more than tools, while on the other people tend to value tools over culture. The vertical axis depicts the three levels of the DevOps delivery chain: continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment. DevOps can be a blend of culture, tools, and maturity that makes sense for your organization, and what makes sense will most likely evolve over time. The important thing is to continually strive to break down the walls and bottlenecks between the phases of software delivery by improving collaboration and automation. Thank you for listening. In the next videos, we'll discuss more about DevOps mindset and the phases of DevOps. So, thank you and have a great day.